back to the Factor Uncensored. She's back. Our psychotherapist and sex expert, Dr. Angela Jones, is here with everything you need to know about sex toys.
Sex toys, absolutely.
So are sex toys a big deal now? Are they still underground? Remember that you were kind of considered the lonely woman's tool.
Right. No, they're no longer underground. You can see a sex toy shop almost every other street here, especially in Houston.
Exactly.
So it's open, it's free. We've become a little more sex positive in Houston, so it's easier to get access to.
And what gave it that mainstream feel? I know on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, we had Candy Burris there. She made sex toys very popular, going around the country in a tour.
Yeah.
You know, with parties for women, and women were coming out in droves.
And even before her, they were doing little house parties. They used, you know how they used to do little Tupperware parties, and then they started doing the toys parties, going to other people's homes, selling it. And so she made it more mainstream, but it was already starting to climb up the charts when people started doing that. And
like I said, it's just not for a single woman. Couples use them now.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that.
Couples should use them if they're open to that. It helps, you know, with exploring your sexuality. You get to understand who you are, and you get to understand who your partner is. So there's some things that toys can do that you can't do, even if you try. So by doing that, if you like to see your partner pleased, why not introduce something different? And sex toys are not only about the vibrators and the dildos, it's about handcuffs, it's about blindfold masks, it's about the feathers. And so we can introduce all those things in the bedroom. It just, you know, spices things up.
And one of the things that you mentioned, you said, have a conversation with your partner first.
Yes.
Before you come and bring this thing in here.
Absolutely, because the thing
whatever
is,
this thing may be.
whatever it is that you're holding up. So the thing is that sex toys, even though it's more mainstream, it doesn't mean that it's for everybody. So I don't say everybody should get a sex toy in the bedroom alone or with your partner. You need to know what your comfort zone is. You need to understand what it is that you want. So some people don't want to do that, and I totally respect that as well.
And if your partner's not willing to do it, then how do you take that if you want some more excitement?
I think that's a way of communicating, because if your partner doesn't want to do it, you have to see if it's a belief system. Like, I don't believe that you should have something like that in the bedroom. Or you have to see if it has to do with any kind of insecurities, or, you know, they just don't understand what it does. You know, maybe it's getting a bad rap. So you have to communicate about it, because if one person wants one thing, the other person doesn't, you have to figure out why.
And at one point in society, those who use the toys were called freaky. So is there anything wrong with being called freaky?
Well, no. I mean, they call it freaky, they call it kinky, they call it explorative. There's nothing wrong with that. I think you have ownership of your body, and you have a right to see how your body works. So you can use toys to see how you can get to maximum peak on your own, and you can also use it to see how you can get each other or a room full of people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
All right, Dr. Angela Jones, thank you. Always good to see you here.